LOUISE GILTRAP Last updated 1309, September 20, 2017. LOUISE GILTRAP is the rose between her two brothers, David, Left, and Richard. Opinion: earlier this month one of my big brothers came over from Australia for a visit. Normally, it would mean lots of laughs and good conversation, but not this time. He arrived with the flu, which was no big problem. I had already had it for 10 days and had resigned myself that the tail end of it would just have to be ridden out. Neither Jeff nor Shaban had caught it from me coughing my guts up most days, so I figured they would be pretty well immune to my brother's germs. The days would start as normal for us: down to the shed to milk, mix up copious amounts of milk powder and feed calves, run the kid to school, feed the lambs, cook breakfast and get our wet weather gear back on to go and finish jobs. Read more. LOUISE GILTRAP, Why My Husband is Head of the Family. LOUISE GILTRAP, Unstressed Out Women Just Listen and Hold Us Tight. LOUISE GILTRAP, No Time for the Rainy Day Blues. LOUISE GILTRAP, Fitness, Calving in a Willful Child. Me brother would get up at his leisure, as one would expect while on holiday, and sit with his coffee and umpteen cigarettes on the deck trying to stay out of the rain. Every morning when I came up from the shed he would greet me with a pleasant "Good morning, how are you?" to which I would reply the only reply that I believe is necessary, regardless of how you are really feeling: "In good, thanks, how are you?" And this is the reply I got every morning for the first 7 mornings from him: "I'm sick of this bloody rain. I'm as crook as a dog, and I think my God is coming back. I didn't sleep at all, because I'm coughing all the time." Right, so you get the picture of where this might be heading. But because Hess my big brother and I love him, I would jolly him along by saying something positive as I struggled to get my wet weather gear off. On the 8th morning this exchange went exactly the same. My positive slant was, "Oh well, it could be worse, you could have gone to Florida for a holiday." He got a bit agitated and said, "You just don't understand how this shitty weather makes you feel when you're crook." That, my friends, is how the fight started. See, I did get it. I had the flu and coughed so hard while talking to the bank manager on the phone he thought he was going to catch it off me. At one point I thought I might cough up a lung and nearly lost what I had eaten. I even managed to sprain 3 ribs, according to my chiropractor. The lack of sleep I had been experiencing, along with the pain, took its toll on morning 8 of my brother's visit. I can't write here what I said after. Are you kidding me? But I finished with, "I just don't understand how you think moaning about the bloody weather is going to change it. You're just making it worse." All set at volume, while I filled the lamb's bottles and put them down on the sink to warm with more force than was necessary. He quickly changed the subject, and we didn't hear any more about the rain for the rest of the day, even though it tipped down several times. Morning 9, I come round the corner of the house, and the sun had managed to show itself for nearly 2 hours during the morning milking. My brother was sat on the wood box on the deck, coffee in hand, and without as much as a good morning he said, "You fellas better start filling out the paperwork for drought relief. It hasn't rained for 2 hours," and started howling with laughter at the look on my face. Cheeky bugger made me smile, and the rest of the visit went without incident or argument and very little mention of the rain. Yeep, it's been wet, which makes it hard to get the normal jobs done on farm, and, yes, it does get a little depressing not having had a full day of beautiful sunshine in weeks to dry things up. Everyone seems to have something to moan about or battle: the weather, the election, water tax, farmers, the sewage in Auckland Harbor. Everywhere you read, so much angst and nastiness. By the time this hits your mailbox we will know who is running this country for the next 3 years. No matter who gets in, we will all have issues to work through, not just as farmers, homeless or struggling families, but as a nation. We need to work through the issues as New Zealanders, so get up every day and decide to put your best foot forward with everything you do. New Zealand might be small, but the world is watching us. LOUISE GILTRAP is a Northland dairy farmer. She loves to hear from readers at giltrap@xtra.co.nz. Stuff.